Welcome to another installment of the UC&P Empowerment Series. We have Dr. Udo F.Ufomadu with us here again today. How are you, Dr. Ufomadu?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. Let's go ahead and get into our content. So you have what you call the 5 essential habits. And you said that those who've mastered these habits are assets to their community on a large scale. And they tend to be prosperous and empowered. What are these habits?
There are effective planning, effective sharing, effective decision making, effective respect for others, not fake respect for others. That's why it's effective respect / love for others.
Okay.
And what I call management by faith in God.
Awesome. So all of these sound amazing.
Thank you.
And in this series, we want to dig a little deeper into that first habit. So could you talk to us a little bit about effective planning?
Effective planning I chose it as number one because just like we talked about in the first series, that if you fail to plan to fail.
Right.
And once you have that vision of what you want to do, for example, you may want to open up a weight loss program.
Okay.
You may want to have one of the best law firm in the world.
Mm-hmm.
You may want to have a gym. It's one thing to have the vision. Once you have that vision, you have to set a goal.
Okay.
And once you set the goal, make sure it's vivid. The next thing will be analysis. And that's where what we call SWOT analysis comes in.
Okay.
SWOT analysis stands for strength, weakness, opportunity, and threats.
Okay.
Once you identify your strength, because we all have strengths, once you identify your strength, you have to take advantage of your strength as much as you can. For example, I remember when I was about to start a clothing business, a fashion business.
Okay.
One of my strengths then were the fact that the person that I looked up to manage the business had 30 years of experience in fashion business.
Okay.
And I wanted to locate the business in a busy area. And when we talked to the mall manager, she agreed to rent us a space. And that was, if I couldn't get a space there, because we've never been in the fashion business, I wouldn't have gone along.
Okay.
So I consider that strength too. But everybody, my point is, you should know your strength before going in.
Right.
And don't apologize for your strength.
Okay.
Take advantage of your strength to the maximum. Most people that we call strategists, people that give you solutions that work, they've taken time to know just a little bit about this SWOT analysis. Once you've known your strength, go to your weakness. Don't pretend, don't be the master of do it all, Don't pretend that you don't have any weakness. Know your weakness. What is the essence of knowing your weakness in business? You try to know your weakness so that you can minimize the effect of the impact of your weakness on your business.
Okay.
If it is a personal goal, if you're saying, I'm going to save money to buy this restaurant or hotel, I'm not going to, get a loan from nobody.
Right.
Okay? If your weakness is somebody that buys without control, it will be impossible for you to achieve your goal. So once you consider that, then you talk about how to reduce the way you purchase. So you've taken care of your weakness. But everybody got their weaknesses.
Right.
Then, for most people that I know, their strength is God. If it is personal goal, they are weak, so their strength is God. So, like I said, David in the Bible said it best. He said, the Lord is my strength.
Right.
So, once you realize your strength, it makes it easier for you to achieve. Another part of SWOT that is essential is opportunity.
Okay.
If you're going to go into a business, you have to take time to look into the opportunity.
Okay.
And opportunity could be an area that is not saturated, that because nobody has even taken care of the customers.
Okay.
You can always tell. It could be a city that do not have enough restaurants or places to shop, and everybody's goes out of the city to buy. That could be an opportunity. So you take advantage of that opportunity, by investing, in that city. Threat. You have to know what your threat is. If you're a business, threat can easily be a thing like tax, government taxes or regulation.
Okay.
If you are a person that runs a food processing organization or cafeteria that caters for mostly children or school children or adults, your threat could be pathogen. Pathogen are deadly bacteria that we find in food.
Okay.
That can cost you a lot of money through lawsuit or, condemning your products.
Okay.
So, in that case, most organizations that want to survive come up with what they call hazard analysis and critical control point.
Okay.
In hazard analysis, you have to identify what the hazard is. Once you identify the hazard, which is also a threat, once you identify that hazard, you have to come up with, and you really need to know where in the process that the hazard can occur and when it can occur.
Okay.
Then you come up with what is called a critical control point. That critical control point will help you to prevent or help to reduce the effect of the hazard or even eliminate if you're effective. And you can attach a parameter to what we call critical limit.
Okay.
For example, a critical control point in a food processing plant or even in your house where you cook in your kitchen could be hidden cooking. You make sure that your food is well done.
Right.
You can go to USDA website and they will tell you, the exact limit that you can. If it is turkey, you can cook it to 165 to make sure that you take care of any pathogen. Then cooling too, refrigeration. Those are the things that is refrigeration. Cooling can be a critical control point.
Okay.
And you have to know the number. You can't let your refrigerator always go above 40 degrees and you think you're comfortable with pathogens. Once this SWOT are taken care of, which are strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat. Once you take time to analyze them, and like I said earlier, take advantage of your strengths. Don't let people talk you out of it. You can't apologize for what you already have. Identify your weakness and find ways to reduce the effect. Look for opportunity, sound opportunity. Know what your threats are. You'll be successful in planning.
Awesome, Dr. Ufomadu. That was very helpful. And again, I know that this will be helpful for others as well. Also, in the first series, you talked about P plus W equals EX. Could you talk a little bit more about that? And does that apply to all planning?
Yes.
Okay.
The reason that formula applies to all planning is the only thing in that formula that separates it from most sophisticated planning is the first P, which is pray.
Okay.
It's P plus W. Pray plus plan plus wait on God equals to EX, which is excess of suitabilities.
Okay.
The reason it applies to all level of planning is because I've read and I've had wise teachers teach on this, that in all your ways, in everything that you do, if you acknowledge God, He will direct your path in everything you do, regardless of the level of planning. I used to be on the school board for 8 years. Before, when I joined the school board originally, we didn't usually pray, pray, pray. But with the elected board, Mr. Hicks came in, and we agreed on praying before. Even if it is budget, because we used to have budgets of 30-something million, we built schools. So we used to pray. But I can tell you that the effect of what we did, because we were able to tackle issues that people used to run away from.
Wow.
I'm telling you, God, yes. Wow. The prayer worked. So we were able to tackle issues that people used to shy away from. And we were able to build schools that we never thought before then was possible. Other board talked about it, but we actually built it.
Wow.
So I know that prayer works.
Wow.
And I don't know what is obtainable right now, but it works every level of planning. Corporate. What people don't tell you is that even in areas that they believe prayer is not acceptable, most wise people will pray in their house before they go to the meeting, particularly if they will lead it. So, effective planning is essential. I encourage my readers, the people that view your show, to take time and go over our discussion this morning and take it one step at a time. And before you know it, they'll be experts.
Wow. Well, I truly believe that with the tools that you have given us today, that we will definitely see some expertise in this area. This has been awesome, Dr. Ufomadu. I cannot wait for our next series. We're going to talk about another one of your essential habits.
Yes.
So everybody stay tuned for that. And we are going to go ahead and sign off for today.
Thank you.